Oh, are you going to cry again?
No.
But I didn't even think of it as going to the market. I thought of it as going to the grocery store for
Yes,
some reason.
yes.
Why would I
I
have
always thought that too.
Why?
Wow.
All those little things we
that's
used to do to our kids
We do
that
that
are
to our
like
kid.
weird.
This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy didn't die. This little piggy.
You're listening to the Calm,
The Storm.
The whimsy.
podcast.
You aren't recording, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, I just burped really loud. I didn't really
Oh,
want that
I didn't
on
have the burp on there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was. But
That
now
was
you just
before,
told everybody.
But now you just told everybody that you burped really loud.
Wow. That's what happens when you're carnivore and eat Thai food.
I don't think you could say that you're carnivore if you just had it for one day.
I had what for one day?
Steak one day.
I know. The fair ruined
Not
me.
yet. You're not carnivore yet. I am not carnivore right now.
I miss it.
I'm down 22 pounds.
It's amazing.
Yay.
But I'm not carnivore. And I miss it and don't.
Yeah.
I don't miss the preparing of meat.
Those Sour Patch Kids you were eating just now. Don't
So
tell me you
good.
miss it.
So good.
Oh, man. Okay. Imagine the sights. Colorful lights. The sound of laughter and the aroma of horse poop and animals, cotton candy and popcorn. Whether you're a thrill seeker looking for the fastest ride, a foodie in search of the weirdest snack, or someone who just loves the hustle and bustle of a community coming together, there's something magical about a fair. So, what level do you participate in the fair? Are you all in? Are you like a one day and it's over? Do you not like to go?
So we used to be the one day and it's over kind of family. We'd always go Tuesday afternoon, look at the animals, ride the rides, and come home. And it was like this big thing that our family always did together. But then Eliza started like getting into horses. And then my cousin called me and said, hey, would Eliza be interested in taking my horse to the fair? And I'm like, sure.
No big deal.
I had no idea. Like, the world stops when you are in the fair for like 12 days at least. Because actually, the whole month of August is like, this is fair month and there's really nothing else. Like, but I've grown to love it, but it's also like, okay, fair's coming. There's a lot to do. So we are at this point all in when it comes to the fair.
Mm-hmm. Like live
I
there.
can explain more. Yeah, we take our friend's camper. They bring it for us. We stay in the camper. We drop it off on Friday. We start sleeping there on, we drop it off on Friday. We decorate the barn on Saturday. We go up there Monday with the horses. We start spending the night there. And then we come home next Sunday. And then this year we went back up on Monday to undecorate. So
crazy.
It's crazy.
So much.
And it's all day, every day. There's just a lot.
Yeah.
So, and Eliza showed like 5 days. It was a lot of days. She was in lots of shows. It was a lot of fun this year.
So as she gets older, is she in more shows?
She just opted to be in more.
Okay.
Because my cousin brought like a small horse. So she was able to run the horse. Like she ran it around the barrel.
Okay.
So she was doing small equine. And then she challenged her 4-H advisor if we got enough sponsors to run in the alumni show, which she did not want to do. Had no desire because she's like a trail or pleasure horse rider, not a contesting, like, see how fast we can get this horse to go kind of thing. So they actually did this thing called a generation gap. So Megan ran down and back with the horse, and then Eliza ran down and back with the horse.
Oh, that's
because
cool.
they're like 10 years apart.
Oh.
And then Rachel had her run with the small horse. They did barrels, so they did the generation gap too. So that was a night I didn't even know was going to be happening. That happened. That was fun.
Oh, that's cool.
So do you think this is something you're going to do for like the long haul?
Probably until she ages out.
Yeah. When do you age out?
Your 4-H age has to be, I think, 18.
Okay.
And this year she was 12. So we have 6 more years. But
That means we all have 6 more years.
of the fair. The thing you don't realize when you just go to the fair, you don't realize like how much work all these kids are putting into these animals. Like the animal barn across from us is the market barn, which I struggle. Like I didn't even hardly walk through there this year because I can't. I can't do it.
Because you get attached.
I love them. Yeah. And so my cousin's son had a pig that he raised and 2 steer. But it's crazy. Like I've seen her post for months. They get the thing when it's little and they raise it. The steer, he had to like wash it and blow dry its hair for hours. Like it has to be perfect. Perfect hair to kill this thing, and the hair has nothing to do with the end product, but it had to be like beautiful. Hours, blow dry.
So it was for the price?
Just like the best of show. Like prettiest
cow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't following at all what a steer was.
So hats off to all the kids that raise these animals, and then they auction them off, and then they do it again next year. It's just really hard.
So funny to me because my fair life is not the animal barn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have gone to the fair every year, usually Summit County Fair with my grandparents. My grandma and grandpa both had, like, my grandpa had all of his antique tractors at the Summit County Fair, and my grandma did all of her, like, Afghans and knitting and, like, won first place, and, like, all those kinds of things. So my fair experience was not ever the barn. Like, I never went into the barn until we came to see Eliza. Like,
friendship, there it is.
Yep.
Like, that's just not what we do. Now, Letty loves the barn, so it's, we'll go and see all the things. And we usually go to the Canfield Fair also. And when we go to the Canfield Fair, they have, like, turkeys and things. And she, like, gets into the cage with them and, like, once, like, touches them. I'm like, oh, no, not happening. Like, this, I think it was last year, they let her in, and she was, like, in heaven.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, with a turkey? No, thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
I might pay to see you in a cage with a turkey.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, heck no.
Cage match. Crystal turkey cage match.
That turkey's going down.
Could sell some tickets.
That'll be my
that
Thanksgiving dinner right there.
That's
Tickets
amazing.
for
so,
that one?
So, do you ever, like, Kelly, have tears at, when the pigs are gone? Or
Okay, so...
Or send pictures of
yourself crying?
the tears.
So the end of Fair Week. So, like, fair's great. I love it. I love the animals. My kids love all the rides and stuff. It drives me crazy because I'm like, we're here for animals. Did I get to look at animals? No, not hardly at all. All week, all I wanted to do was see a baby Highland cow. That's it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to see.
I'm like, I'll go on the rides.
Right, same.
Well, I don't want to go on them, but I'll watch the
They
kids
go on rides.
them.
They went on
I'll
rides.
go on
I don't
the
know how
rides.
many days. And I'm like, guys, we are here not for the rides. We are here for Eliza and for her horse show.
Yes.
But her barn faces the market barn. Okay, with all the pigs and the
It's
goats.
like that white barn across from
lamb.
hers.
That's that red barn, like straight across.
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday rolls around, and all these animals have to go to the market. So now I know, like, little piggy went to market. Now I know what it means. They went.
Piggy went home.
They didn't go to the market. They went and got slaughtered. Isn't that terrible?
I never put that little rhyme.
That's why they
little
call it the
piggy
market
went.
animals.
This little piggy.
Market. This little piggy stayed home.
This little piggy had roast beef.
Why'd the
This
piggy
little
have
piggy
roast beef?
had-
Probably because it was his
None.
last meal.
This little piggy went wee all the way home.
What was that piggy
What?
doing?
Maybe he went home and stayed on the farm. I don't know.
Oh, are you gonna cry again?
No,
But I didn't even think of it as going to the market.
This
I
is-
thought of it as going to the grocery store
Yes,
for some reason. Why
yes.
would I
I
have
always thought that too.
Why?
Oh,
All those
wow.
little
that's
things
so-
we used to do to our
We
kids
do
that
that
are
to our
like
kid.
weird.
This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy didn't die. This little piggy.
He had his last meal, and this little piggy went
didn't eat dinner.
Yeah, didn't have anything. Oh my gosh!
Oh,
That's traumatizing.
I struggle
Yeah.
because
Oh, she's gonna cry.
no,
Don't.
listen. They like start. I can't. They start like herding these sheep onto this ramp to go into this truck, and they're like, "Wee, wee, 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 wah, wah, wah," like making all these pig noises, and they're like, "You're like, oh my gosh, what can I do? I shouldn't have went to the bathroom. because now I'm walking past all of this and then I'm getting all upset and I just want to save them all.
Gosh.
Like, can I jump in there somehow and like save them? And then I even asked somebody, like, if I bought it, does it have to go to the market or can I buy it and save its life? And they're like, no, like everything in that building has to go to the market. I don't want it to go to the market.
So whoever bought it was buying it for butchering purposes.
Yeah, I like meat. I eat a lot of meat, but I don't want to see the cute little face and send it off to the market and see them all like make it like all like lining up into the. I just can't.
So you just had sheep, pig, and a lamb, I think.
They were all there. It's PTSD from Sunday at the fair. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
It's the worst day at the fair.
Oh, so when she sent us that
Don't go on
picture,
Sunday.
I didn't realize like how
It's every
this
year.
is like legit a problem
intense.
for her.
I'm sorry.
It's just hard.
You shouldn't be there on Sunday.
I have to. I don't have a choice.
I think you do.
Any other barn would be fine. Just the barn facing the building, and then when you walk to the bathroom and you see them all like herding them in. And then the poor kids that like raise these animals.
They're probably like
This
prepared
is what I
for
raised
it.
them
Yeah.
Some
for.
are, but then the one year there was this girl like sleeping next to her pig, holding on to it the day before. I'm like, I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's
Okay.
hard. They get attached. Even Marcy said, she's like, this pig's really hard because we love him.
Oh.
And he listens and he's like got a personality. She's like, the pigs just have like
Why
a really
would they
good
do this
personality.
to themselves? This is like childhood trauma.
But that's just the way of life. And they have money. Like they sell these things and they get
Not
money.
for kids. It's not a way of life.
It is. If you live on a farm, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why.
So Leo's like, Mom, I want to buy a pig for the fair next year.
Oh,
I'm like, one,
no.
we can't have a pig. And two, you would never make it on Sunday. We would all be sobbing. We would be begging and trying to mortgage our house to save a pig from the market. Not happening. We'll give
That's
you...
like Charlotte's Web,
Yeah.
the pig that's going to the market.
And I know that
Leo wouldn't be able to do it.
No. Nope. No. Okay.
Now that we've discussed
Here's
all
a
that.
fun little note. So the fair used to be just rides and funnel cakes and all the things, and now it's turned into Eliza competes. She runs barrels. She does polls, so it's really fun to watch.
Yeah. So, Crystal, did you go to a fair this year?
Not yet.
Oh, you're going.
I'm going.
To which one?
We go to Canfield.
So is that Grandma Lynn's? Or is
Yeah.
that... Oh, okay.
I think it is.
So Isley will
It
be there.
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
Never
far
been to
is
that one.
that?
It is like 50.
All because of
minutes.
turkeys?
No, I don't think that's where Grandma Lynn's is.
Oh, no?
Grandma Lynn's,
think
I feel like, is in Geauga.
Oh, I think you're right.
Oh.
Because I think I asked Isley about that before.
Okay.
Because I thought we were going to see her at Canfield.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think it's Geauga, but maybe not. But yeah, Canfield is like 50 minutes away.
So I know counties about as well as I know
Yes.
name brand shoes
So it's
and cars.
still in Portage County, I believe.
So Randolph Fair, that's where we always go.
Yeah.
From like as a child, like not child.
Well, it's close
we
to
started
your
going there,
house,
we loved
yeah.
it. But now it takes me a good 40 minutes to
Yeah. So the funny thing about Randolph Fair is that, so when Pacey was in kindergarten, he went to Southeast, which is out in Portage County. And they did not start school until after the fair. They do not start school until after the fair. And it's a big thing out there. So we used to go to Portage County all the time. I mean, we still do occasionally go. I think we saw the McKinneys there once, or maybe a couple times.
You go to other fairs?
No,
I only go to Portage
Randolph.
County.
So she just goes to Portage
Randolph.
County,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which is where we used to see each other. So like Pacey and Eliza were in first grade together, and we
okay,
saw
yeah.
them and things like that. But Canfield, what I love about Canfield, I'm sure there's other fairs or Randolph. I don't know for sure, but like it's kind of nostalgic for me. So like I like colder weather. So it's like not until September. And it is so like you can wear your flannel and you can feel like you're like kind of like I don't know. It's just it's a fall. Yeah. Fall fair, I guess. And so then we get like fresh squeezed cherry juice or like
yum.
fresh squeezed apple cider and things like that. And then they have, it's huge. It's a huge fair. I don't think that we've been through the whole thing before, but
Nice.
yeah. How about you?
Well, I like the fair. It's one of my favorite family activities to do.
Mm-hmm.
But up until this year, I've only ever done like the rides and the food and the evening thing.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, somehow, Kelly always ropes me into her crazy stuff. And I ended up at the fair pretty much every day.
I think you were there almost every day.
I didn't go Sunday, but I think I went every other day except for Monday.
Tuesday, you weren't there too.
No.
Tuesday.
But
Well,
I was
Tuesday
delivering
night-
things to you.
Weren't you there Tuesday
yeah.
night with your family though?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. So all but Monday.
Yeah.
So Tuesday through Saturday, I was there. Wow. And for like hours and hours and hours because we took pictures of all the horse shows. And it was actually really fun. So, and it's funny because I'm not an animal person at all. But like watching the horse shows through the camera lens was super cool. Like you just notice things you wouldn't notice before. And like, okay, I haven't talked to you about this yet, Kelly, but why do horses' eyes look like they're always looking at you? Why?
I don't know.
Like in most of my pictures, it looks like they look out of the side of their eye right at
Yeah,
me.
I saw some of those doing that.
I'm like, why?
You can
are
see the
you-
whites of their eyes,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Why are you following me? Why? It's creepy.
They know that you're taking pictures.
Maybe.
you know what's really
They're
cool?
so smart. They are so smart.
So that contest classic, she was probably in the other one too. The girl that won it, her horse had one eye.
Right, yeah. Are they the people that had a
It's
shirt that
incredible.
says we've got a 99 problems, but a blind horse isn't one of them?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a fun shirt.
Yeah. It was super crazy. But watching it through the lens was cool.
That tells me, so like the control of your horse is the important part
Yeah.
of all of horse riding. And so she clearly must have control of her horse
Yeah,
if it's
he only
blind.
had one eye.
Wow.
Yeah. It was cool though. And I was in like the sun for hours, which I don't love. But I don't know. I just had a lot of fun. And I feel like I got to interact with different people. And I love doing that. And I like that I got to see Kelly more than when she normally goes to the fair and disappears for another week.
This year was a little different though. I had service. That
Yes,
fair.
Usually you can't even
have no
talk to
service.
us.
Yeah.
But I just
Did they
went
put a
straight to
tower in
living
or
there
something?
with you.
Just during, yeah. What?
I just went straight to pretty much living
Yeah.
there
So
with
next year
you.
you just need to bring a camper up. Is what needs to happen. So last year at the fair, now there is no cell service at the fair. And one of our clients is a sheriff, and he's like, yeah, when there's that many people there, you can't get a hold of anybody. Like, there's just no service. So every now and then when we get back to the camper, a text would come through or this or that, whatever. So it was the night that all the kids were staying up really late, and I finally got them wrangled to bed. Lenny had started a new job, so I was there with all 4 kids. Put all the kids to bed. It was like 11:30, 11:40. It wasn't when Tori was there, so it was another night. So I got them all to bed. Naomi's sleeping with me, and I hear ding, and I'm like, huh, I just got a text on my phone. That's weird. And I open it up, and my friend Sarah said, please tell me you're not in a camper right now and that you're home and safe in your home, like in your bed. And I'm like, what? So my phone was working for a little bit, and she's like, there's a tornado warning where you are. So I have 4 sleeping kids in a camper, and I am panicking. I'm like, I don't know what to do. It looked fine when we went to bed. Like, we just walked into the camper. So I'm laying there, and I'm like, okay, God, I don't understand. We weren't even supposed to be at the fair this year, and it all worked out. So is this how you're taking us all out? Like, the whole family all at once. It's going to be like
my goodness.
the Wizard of Oz.
Did you
flying
say it
around
was
the
just
camper.
you and your kids, though?
It was just me and my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I texted my friend Tina that was in the camper next to us, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? Like, she had like a hot spot, and she's like, I think we're okay. Like, I think it's okay. And I'm getting texts from other people. There's a tornado warning. Never heard anything from the campgrounds.
No siren or anything?
Nothing. So I'm ready to go crawl in bed with Tina because I'm scared to death. And she's trying to
go
calm
to
me
another
down.
camper and die instead of to the structural building called a bathroom.
I'm just thinking to myself, what do I do? Do I wake up my kids? So Tina's like telling me it's going to be fine. I think we're good. Sarah's like trying to send me screenshots of like the maps because I couldn't load any of the maps and then the pictures weren't coming through.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm laying in bed and my camper starts to shake. And then we had like a 10 by 20, one of those pop-up tents with a light hanging in it. The light goes out. So I'm laying in bed, shaking. The camper's shaking and I'm like, this is it? So now
She just lays there.
I'm like, okay, do I wake them all up and try to take shelter?
I can't believe they stayed asleep.
I can't either. Do I wake them up and have them get shelter or all come into the bed with me? But then I'm like, then I'm going to freak them all out. They're all going to be scared. It's going to be fine. I'm just going to be fine. So I laid there and I remember texting Hillary, pretty sure I'm going to die in this camper tonight. So just want you to know I love you.
She's like sending me goodbye text messages. I love you
My
so
son got one too.
much.
I literally thought I was going to die. So then the next day, they evacuated. They did a siren. I didn't hear it. Neither did our whole 4-H club. They all went to the bathrooms and took shelter.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been in the camper.
So
I would have been like, let's go, kids. We're going to the
woke 'em
bathroom.
up?
Yeah.
I didn't know what to
Absolutely.
do at that point. Like,
That's all of them comes out where she's like,
I don't
have
know.
so many decisions to make.
Yeah.
I can't make one.
no. And then I have Tina. It's okay. So this year, I'm like, if that even happens,
She's like, there's a drop of rain. Go to the bathroom.
I'm like, we are not either. If there's some kind of bad weather, we're going to leave. If not, and it's like in the middle of the night, I am taking my kids to the horse barn. And my Liza's like, why to the horse barn? I'm like, those barns have been up for hundreds of years probably, and they're still standing.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So,
I would have moved to a
but
location.
I didn't know for a fact that
My kids I'm always like, get up. We got to go.
well,
down
that's
to the
how I
basement.
am.
Yeah.
Like,
You
that's
should
my
have done
biggest
it.
fear is
But
a
you were
tornado.
safe.
There's
You
no
were safe.
basement in
You
the
were safe.
camper.
You were safe.
Yeah, you're here. You're
I was
here.
alone. I'm like, am I going to carry 4 kids?
No,
What
they're
am I going to do?
gonna walk.
Oh, so I have to tell you what happened this year that you don't know about. When
That I don't know about?
Yes,
Oh,
not yet.
gosh.
So I was at the fair from Tuesday to Saturday,
Do
like
I
I
know
said.
this?
Yes.
Oh.
Did you fall?
No.
Okay.
I did get in trouble though. I got like over the intercom because I had the camera resting on the what's it called? Gate,
Oh, yeah.
and you're not allowed to touch it. You're not supposed to lean on it.
Especially in those shows. Like the other shows, it was okay.
Yeah, it was like when they were coming around the edges.
Oh.
But I like moved out of the way. But it was funny because the guy was like, all spectators don't lean on or put anything on the fence. And I look around, no one else is. I'm like, that was totally for me. That's embarrassing. So anyway,
That's amazing.
the last day that I was there Saturday, Kelly had to leave because her boys had games. And so I was there with all the kids and I was also working. And I'm getting ready to leave. I go to the camper and pack up all the stuff. And on my way to the camper, there's people running down the path, like freaking out. And somebody's like, take pictures, hurry, get there. And like people are running. And I'm like, that's weird. What's going on? And immediately I thought like somebody must have won something and they want everybody to know in their club. Like, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I get in the camper, I get all my stuff, I come out, and there's like circles of people talking. And the people that know Kelly, I heard somebody say something about people trying to get little kids or something. And I looked at her and I'm like, my kid is like here and like not with me. So what is going on? And she's like, it's fine. She said somebody, like kids stole a golf cart, I guess.
Oh.
But the rumor turned into there was an active shooter at the fair. And so she is calling people, get the kids in the barn. She's throwing people in campers. She's like, don't let them leave the stables. Like, it was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, this is how mass panic happens. Like, it was a golf cart, and it turned into that because people just started, like, spreading stuff.
rumors and talking.
I guess the kids were running through, like, where the campers were, and the police, like, security was chasing them.
Oh.
But it turned into that. So then...
Oh my goodness.
I am leaving, and I walk past the... What is it called? The stables? Not stables. I'm still not a fair person.
The barn?
The
Arena?
Barn. Is
Oh.
it their barn? It's not stables.
Whose barn?
Well, like all the horses are in their little...
That's the horse barn.
Stalls.
Yeah. Stalls. Okay, whatever. The horse barn. They're all in their own little horse barn, and they're like staying there, and the one girl's like sitting at the table like terrified. And I walk over to tell the other girl, Megan, said everything was okay. And the one girl runs up to me. She's like, what is going on? I'm really scared. Is everything okay? And I'm like, it's fine. I know that's scary, though. That's scary.
That is scary.
Yeah, but everything's
to
fine.
be in like
Yeah.
that would be the worst place to have active shooter, honestly.
Yeah, it was scary. But it was
But
literally
it was
a golf
just
cart.
a golf cart.
Yep.
But
It was
everybody
nuts.
talks
I'm
about
like, really? This is what
Wow.
I experience when I'm here? It's
Only
crazy.
you.
I would've
Only
panicked.
you would have had
I would
that.
have panicked.
Yeah, you did.
You would have froze.
You did a little bit even after it was over. You're like standing out in the open. What do I do? I don't know what to do.
Oh my god.
Run?
Okay, can we tell one more story about the fair this year?
Yeah.
Tell her. I'll tell her. Because you
my-
won't rember all the details.
Probably.
I have
not.
no fair stories yet this year, guys.
I might have actually told you this already, but
Okay.
I was going with the flow, and I don't know the classes and the shows
Oh,
and what
gosh.
things look like. I don't know. And they go from ring A to ring B back to ring A, and then people are warming up here and they're competing here, and there's all this stuff going on. And
It
so,
was the day Liza was showing.
Yeah.
So I was with Eliza.
yeah. And she texted me, you might want to move over to ring B because they're going to do, what was it, barrels, I think.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the text because I was taking pictures.
Okay. So you were working.
Yeah. So, like, is it warm ups what they're doing?
Yep.
Like, so they're warming up in this ring, and they're all in nice, like, they're nice shirts, and I'm, like, taking pictures of them going around the ring, and then around
And they're
the
announcing
ring,
times.
and then around the ring again, and then they're like, number blah, blah, blah is in first place with a time of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how did
You
they
didn't
get
make it that far. They're just like, that run was 20 seconds or whatever. You didn't make it to the
first
finals.
place?
Yeah.
It was like the timing of their run, and I'm like, how did they get a time from this? Like, I am so
They're
confused.
all run, like everybody's just practicing.
Oh my goodness.
Who got a time?
Who is who? And-
Nobody's even going that fast.
There was no barrels over there. It was
No,
just the
they're just
open ring.
literally going around in circles.
So was it just the announcement for a
From
different?
the other ring that I was
Oh
supposed
my
to be at.
gosh.
Literally, I could see it. But I was so focused on where I was taking pictures. And so Liza is in the like warm-ups, and she's going around. She smiles at me the first time she goes around. Then she goes around the second time, and she's like looking at me. And then I actually have a picture I have to show you. The third time she goes around, I took a picture, and her face is like looking at me like I'm real confused right now. And she comes over to the edge. She goes, Hillary, they're doing barrels over there. And I was like,
oh,
She missed the
my
first 5
gosh.
runs.
So I like ran over. I felt
Because
so
she was taking practice
pictures.
warm-up
Yep.
pictures.
I felt so stupid. It was ridiculous. But
Leave it to Eliza to tell you.
yep. I'm like
Hillary,
glad that
over
she
there.
like paid attention. I feel like most kids wouldn't be attentive to that. Like, you're not supposed to be taking pictures over here. You're supposed to be over there. But she was.
Except for my kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's on top of
Yeah.
it, so.
Yeah.
So from the years you've gone to the fair,
Yes.
do you have any memorable, like, crazy stories? Or do you have to, like, be there all day every week to experience these things?
I feel like you have to be there
Yeah.
all day, every day to experience those things.
Yeah.
I
I never had
I just
experienced it.
remember as a kid, the fair was always beginning of school. So, like that time of year, fall. And if I could bring a boy with me, that was a big deal. So, I was always trying to bring a boy. That was like my big thing. And I always usually wore like my new school shoes. And so, it was just like one of those
Yeah.
types of things. So, but yeah.
pre-living at the fair for a week when I would just go there and we'd look at the animals and go to the rides.
Mm-hmm.
Leo was like 2 years old. I think I've already told this story. And we're in the middle of the rides. Mimi and Pappy are there.
Oh, yeah,
Lenny
you
and
told that
Josh,
story.
Eliza. Leo drops his drawers
Yep.
and starts peeing right by the Ferris wheel.
Oh,
and I
my
ran.
gosh.
I ran away. I left the stroller there by Lenny and Mimi and Pappy, and I was gone.
Where were you running to?
Just to get, I was embarrassed. He dropped his drawers. He's all just
Yeah.
peeing.
Not to go pick him up or tell him not to do that. She left the scene of.
Yep.
We've
that's what
talked
she
about
does.
this before.
Yep.
You are really good at that.
Yep.
We love it.
But it's funny when you switch from like just going to the fair and being there because like my kid still wants to do all of the things we did before.
Yeah.
And,
to
like,
have that experience.
Have that fair experience. And I'm
Like their actual fair
it's
experience.
just not the same when you have an animal there.
responsibilities. Yeah.
So I always just try to talk her through that. Like, fair are new experiences for us, and they're it's really fun, and we
Yeah.
do a lot of things, but it's not going to look exactly like it was before.
Is she allowed to go like in the evening and do that type of thing?
When
or
she's
not,
not
like,
showing, as long as we make sure the horse is taken care of and has water and food, we can go walk around for a little bit and come back.
okay. That would be difficult for me.
So did you come back with a pet or anything this year, Kelly?
Oh my gosh. Okay. First of all,
Wait.
I cannot wait. No. This is what happens. My husband's at the fair, leaves my kids in her care. I am at what the heck? How did you get Leo? Wait a minute. How did that even happen? How did you have him? Where was I?
Where were you? Well, my mom was there. You just weren't. I don't remember.
We came up and somehow did you have all my kids?
Yeah.
But-
no, him and Ike came with us. My mom was there. It was Friday night.
Oh,
so
it
you
was
were taking
Friday.
pictures.
I was taking pictures. So
So he's staying at the camper by himself and sending all of your children with me.
so he was there, and then my kids are in Hillary's care. So, and then when the show was over, we were going to see Hillary's dad and brother play at the band
Yeah.
at the stage.
Yeah.
So we go over there, and we're having a fun time and dancing, and Leo's like, oh, by the way, hermit crab in a cage. He won when Hillary was in charge of him. And apparently it had babies. I don't know what to do with this thing. How am I going to get
Do
shells
you
for
have
babies?
it?
Yeah, it's in his room.
Stop.
So
And she thinks she's hilarious. Wait till I buy Isley a
I
puppy
didn't.
for her birthday.
That is not on me, though. That is on your
gonna buy.
husband. Yeah. Don't you dare.
I'm buying them a dog.
That was on her husband because he said,
Oh my gosh.
Leo said, "Can I have $5? Can I go try to win something?" And Lenny said, "Sure." He didn't come. That's not my responsibility.
He gave him the $5
He
and
said, "Go try to win something." So Leo did say to me, though, "Hillary, don't tell my dad." And I'm like, "Don't tell him what?" He's like, "I'm going to try to win a hermit crab because they're both going to be like, no." He wanted to get you all riled up. And what do you expect me to do? The first moment your kid puts his trust in me, you want me to
whatever.
run straight to his dad when he needs to be able to talk to me again one day?
right.
Right?
One day
Okay,
he's gonna
so-
need Aunt Hillary.
Yeah.
So if I happen to walk into Pet Supplies Plus and
You
it's
better
Isla's
not.
birthday and she comes home with a ferret, I'll be like, whoop, sorry. Oh, you gotta buy that thing food
Listen,
in a cage.
No.
It's the house of pets here. Like, she wants a rat. Did I think a crab was going to be that big a
A
deal?
rat
Right.
is better than a crab.
Well, it's your child that you
Baby
raised.
crabs.
Let me-
Where
wait,
do I find
Didn't
baby
you
shells?
get a goldfish at the fair once?
No,
Hillary?
that was at Maranatha at some event.
Oh.
Like, who hands out goldfish at a church event?
Right.
Feeder
no,
fish
thank
that
you.
are all
Hello.
gonna die?
Now I
Yeah.
have to go buy a tank
Yes,
and
it
fill
was
it with
expensive.
water
I
and
said,
all
"Can
the
I-"
things.
I think I texted the guy that was in charge of it. I was like, could I send in my receipts or... But this is the thing is, if Lenny knew it was going to happen, he totally would have let it happen.
He would have. I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I know, but you left him in your husband's care, who gave him to me with money. What? I can't control that.
So today, Leah's like,
surprised you're upset about it.
Right,
I mean,
she's
you
the
have the
pet
house
queen.
of pets.
because they had hermit crabs before and never took care of them, and they died.
Well,
It was
then you're
Lenny and
gonna-
I that took care of
Well,
them.
you might have to take care of them again.
And guess what? We're probably going to come home from the beach. Another hermit crab because they live better in twos.
Oh, well, guess what? That's not my
How
fault
are you
if
gonna
you're
get
a
it
sucker.
home?
Naomi
I wish you
said-
could have seen her face, though. He holds it up, and she's like, Hillary. She was so mad at me.
I still can't
Which
believe.
is so funny because she's like the animal pet lover.
Right?
Well, he's like, I'm all responsible now. Did you see that, Mom? I'm like, you've had this for like a few days. Let's see how it is in 2 months. And then he's like, we need to get it this, and I need to get it at a hamster ball. I'm like, we aren't doing all of that. Do you have money? No. Do you have money for food? Well, no. So I bought the hamster, not the hamster,
The hamster.
the hermit crab food today. And then he's like, Mom, it says online when their eyes are poking out over their shell, they need a new size shell. Okay. So we go, there's no shells. Okay, cool. What are we supposed to do with this thing? And if there's babies, like they said, where do we get the tiny little baby shells to put the baby hermit crabs in? I don't know. Guess what?
I would be
I
mad.
have the perfect idea. Isla can get all the babies for her birthday.
No.
You can't. You don't know.
I'll set him free.
You will
So,
not.
Well, I would. Yeah, we would have no problem letting those things
seafood
go.
for dinner.
What was your dinner? Hermit crab.
Oh, gosh.
wow.
Okay, last question. If animals could talk at the fair.
There's one more question.
Okay.
But do that one first.
No, that's the last question. What would you like to talk about?
The fair food. Like, what's your favorite
yeah.
fair food?
Yeah. What's yours? I love a good funnel cake, for sure.
I do like those, but I love the fries.
Oh, yeah. Those
I
are
ate
amazing.
way too many fries, and if I could have them right now, I'd probably eat them again.
They are amazing.
Ooh, let's go get fries.
Yeah. Fair fries.
Fair fries.
Isley fills up a cup of vinegar and then just drops a whole bunch of fries and lets them swim and eats them like that.
Yum, the vinegar, so good.
Sounds so good.
Oh, I like mine with ketchup.
Ketchup and vinegar.
Ketchup and vinegar.
Oh, so good. Oh, I'm dying right now. I want
Yeah.
fair fries.
And lemonade. My kids love the lemonade.
Yeah.
I know. So that's the thing. The lemonade is so, like,
Expensive.
yeah, for like sugar water with a lemon in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like not. I can make this at home, guys,
Yeah.
and this would be way different. Like,
I
it's
had an
so
iced tea
expensive.
slushy at the fair that week.
Oh,
And it was amazing.
That sounds good.
It was really
The
good.
iced tea is really good too. Like at the same place that you get the
Lemonade, yeah.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I had bought, because I'm like, we're going to be there all week. This is going to get expensive.
It's going to get what?
Expensive. So I bought Simply
This is going to
Lemonade.
get expensive.
I bought Simply Lemonade. Because
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh yeah.
this is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Eliza loved that. She kept drinking
Liza
it.
said it was better than the fair lemonade.
All right.
It is because I'm pretty sure that they do like an entire cup of sugar and like half a lemon.
Yeah, last time I had it, it wasn't even very lemony. Sometimes you
Yeah.
can get really good fair lemonade.
It depends. Yeah.
She said to me, this bottle's half gone. I think it might be just me drinking it.
Aww.
It's
I
funny.
love Simply Lemonade.
Yeah.
So good.
But yeah, fries. I love Stromboli.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
The donuts.
Oh, everybody gets those
Lurch's
donuts.
Lurch's
donuts.
Lurches?
Lurches.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So good.
I called it Leech's Donuts.
No, that's the cake place.
I thought it was all one thing.
No. The cake was the cake at
From
birthday
Leech's.
party.
Yeah,
So
from Leech's.
Lurches and Leeches.
Lurches is the donuts.
Got it.
Then we always walk over to Farmhand Coffee.
Oh.
Did
Cutest.
Tori get any of that?
She got Steerbucks. I made sure she got that.
that's
Farmhand
fun.
was far away.
Steerbucks.
But the Farmhand, the girl that I went to high school with owns it. So
Okay.
it was kind of cool. So we walked over there and I saw Bessie. And I'm like, do you remember me? Most people don't, but she did. So
Oh,
that's cool.
Bessie
That's
sounds
fun.
like
Bessie
a fair
sounds like a-
name. I like that.
She's super sweet.
I
All her
won't
kids
say
have
what I thought it
animals
was.
in the fair.
Yeah.
Super cool.
So if the animals at the fair could
gosh.
talk, what would they say?
This is when I thought I'd talk about the pigs.
Oh.
They'd say, save me. Save me. Please don't let them take me. Why am I in this cage all with these other pigs?
Oh my gosh.
But then I had
They
to
would say, wee, all the way
I had
home.
to tell myself. Because it's sad.
Yeah.
But I had to tell myself, this pig lived probably the best life that a pig could live.
Yeah, they had somebody taking care of it.
Any of those animals were like loved on and cared for.
Slept
and
with.
it served its purpose.
Yeah.
And it lived a good life. Most are in like horrible conditions.
Yeah, and they don't know that their life's coming to an end.
It happens quickly.
Yeah.
But why do they spray paint them?
To kill them?
I don't know. Some of those pigs had red lines on their back. I'm like traumatized.
Well, that's probably where they cut, like,
Oh, stop.
for different hind quarters.
She's about to
and
cry
things.
again. This is bad. Oh my.
I think it would say, animals would say, run, run. Don't come to my barn. Just kidding. I don't know.
Oh, I think they'd be like, what is she wearing? Because people wear some crazy stuff at the fair.
Is it like the eccentric, like, place to be? You see
All the
midriffs,
things,
and you see midriffs that shouldn't be midriffs.
Why too much cleavage?
I think last year I made a post about like why does no one wear a bra to the fair? Like
It's a thing.
I know
It's
hot.
in right now.
I understand that, but I just don't get it.
Let's
like
embrace
sexy
it.
hot?
No, well,
No.
that yes.
Oh, like temperature.
Yeah.
But temperature hot, but sexy hot too. It's
Kelly's
the new
like, why
thing.
would
Oh,
I say,
it's hot.
it's hot?
'Cause- never mind.
And they'd probably be like, "Are you eating again?" Like I think they'd think that too. The animals, not the.
Those boots are made for walking.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
She's eating fried cheese again?
Yeah, or like it was just a golf cart, guys. It's fine. Okay. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the exciting world of fairs. From rides to food to vendors to community spirit, there's something for everyone.
Thank you for listening to the Calm, the Storm, the Whimsy podcast. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay tuned for our next episode.
Okay, I pinched the banana from the bottom, and it is easier.
I told you.
That
My grandma
made me
taught
nervous. I wasn't sure what you were going to say when you
And what
pinched something.
And then you don't crush it.
Yeah, it really works.
Okay, I did not try it yet.
I tried it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.